Welcome to another episode of Football Bloods TV. In today's episode, we will not be talking about what Harry Maguire did again in Chelsea. We will not be talking about the Hulk Hogan in football. Anyway, so today, our first topic today is going to be um, the best and the worst managers from the start of the season up till last week. So we'll go with the worst lah first, Sari. So
Yeah.
who
Uh,
are your worst managers you would rank? I mean, doesn't matter lah.
okay. Actually, you can't really say they're the worst, but you they just didn't perform up to the expectation. You know, like Pep, for instance. I don't know. I feel like he kind of lost control of the team that he was managing all the while. Yes, he has all the star players, but something is lacking. He just bought Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, strengthened his defense,
Correct.
and now that
The
dude
result
is
is still.
complaining. Oh, I don't have enough firepower. Come on, man.
How can you not
Aguero
have enough
just came back.
firepower? That's like the
So-
most BS statement ever.
So yeah, like people like Pep, you can't really say they're bad because they achieved so much, you see. But he's just lacking something.
I don't know, Lade. You at this juncture, you can't after spending I don't know maybe close to $1 billion on players, and then you come and tell us
Exactly.
you don't have
Yeah.
firepower. Like, come on, you have a bazooka, you have a machine gun in your back, and then you see you got no weapons to shoot.
Exactly. City is a team where, okay, when they want to sub somebody out, then you see on the bench, shit,
Correct.
there's somebody equally strong on the bench.
Correct.
So City is that kind of team, and when you say, oh, I don't have enough attacking power,
That's nonsense,
Come on,
man. That's
man.
pure nonsense.
yeah, I just feel like he lost control.
I feel
Then
like for the amount of money he spent, the players that he has, the caliber of each players that they possess, I feel like he isn't doing justice to them. I mean, he isn't doing enough justice for what he has, and
Yeah.
being at 13th position. Yes, although it's only 5 games, but being at 13th place at the moment,
both the Manchesters are dying.
yeah, at least one Manchester's got a reason, but the other just don't have the reason. You have
After
a world class,
spending billion.
you have world class manager, you've got world class players, and then you come and tell us that you've got no, you got no firepower. I mean, you've got no reason to be in the 13th place.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
who you have in mind?
for me, it's also
Who's
Pep.
your worst?
Not worse, but not living up to the expectation, not living to after all that it spent, like I said, after all that he spent for his for his portfolio, it just don't make sense why he's at 13th place. I don't know what's wrong with him, what's going on with him, but he can't be complaining like a 5-year-old baby. I think
I
yeah.
also think like this Scott Parker guy. I don't know, man. Something is just not right with him. He just don't click with the team. They
He-
keep losing day in, day out.
The only thing that they only draw one game so far, and
Yes, correct.
we did predict that Fulham is going to be, that will be one of those relegating teams, but I didn't expect, this bad that early. Something
Yeah.
isn't just right. Maybe because I don't know, Scott Parker is the interim manager, probably just the caretaker. I don't know if he has been promoted to full time or not. But in any case, it's pretty poor so far.
I don't know, man. I feel like maybe it's too early to say, but
Perhaps.
maybe the board need to do something because you actually put up a very big fight, then you came up to Premier League,
Correct.
the most celebrated league.
Exactly.
Then obviously you want to try to maintain at least for a season. Yes, you are a small club, you don't have the money to spend and stuff, but at least you try to stay there for a season. Like
At
how
least win
Wolves
some
is doing,
games.
like how Swansea used to do.
Mm,
But what I see from them, like something just don't click.
mm.
They are
Right.
just something is off.
Yeah, that'll be our worst life. I mean, you could, of course, you can say Burnley manager and Sheffield's manager, but I
Yeah.
think they're all equally the same. Actually, if you look at the table, they've all lost the
Yes.
same
Yes.
amount of
Yes.
games. They've all drawn the same amount of games. They're probably down there just in alphabetical order. That's it.
Talking about Sheffield,
Mm.
they used to be so good. I think this Kun Dave guy is correct, man. No Henderson, no no Sheffield.
We thought early before the season began that based on what they did last season, they managed to be in the top 10. We thought they're gonna maintain that or maybe even push
Yeah,
further. But
yeah,
then
yeah.
again, unexpected again.
You don't tell me you just sell one goalkeeper, then your team
I
goes
mean, you look
haywire.
you look at Manchester United and where they are right now. With David De Gea. But
Oh,
I mean, all jokes aside. But
Digia.
yeah,
No, I mean like Digia. He's getting old, but then he has it in him. Lah. You see,
correct.
like against the PSG game, that
Mm-mm.
Mbappe's twist and turn and shot, he still can do it, but that's totally a different story. Like defense and all. We'll come back to it some
Yeah.
other day.
But back on Sheffield United, lah. I mean, I know they had a
Mm.
good keeper, but in order for you to have a good keeper, I mean, even if we take out the good keeper, their scoring capability is not the same as last season.
Yes,
I
that's the
feel,
thing. Man.
you know, and
I feel the same too. Right?
yeah.
Something is wrong with the team.
Mm.
It's not the same Sheffield, man.
Anyways, so moving on. Another manager that we should bring up is Frank Lampard. I think we're both going to agree on that. He's not worse, but he's just not doing justice again.
For the number of players he bought, right?
The amount of players he bought for the amount of cash he splashed, which just don't make sense. Like what I said in the beginning, a couple of episodes back, where when you try to replace a whole team, it's not easy to gel them up together.
True,
So
true. It'll take time.
correct, and that is what Frank Lampard is probably facing. Plus, having to use Kepa as his keeper. I still don't know why he still uses Kepa. Maybe because he has to justify the 85 million, sitting on the bench.
Yes, but then if the Kepa is doing damage to your team,
Exactly.
he's actually damaging your progress. Come on, man, throw him aside. Use Mendy. Mendy was so good
When Mendy
against.
played was clean sheet, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
when he used Kepa, I think West Brom, I think West Brom,
Three,
right? 3-0
Southampton.
Southampton 3-0 and then became 3-3.
Yeah, I stick to my statement, man. When there's Kepa, there's three. There's three goals.
Same as the jersey.
I don't know that guy. I have no comments. Lah. Maybe he was good like in his previous team,
I-
but he
I
was
don't-
good in Chelsea also. I don't know what happened now. He's progressively becoming bad.
I have no idea lah. Normally when you bring a new player of the same position, it would challenge you to be better, but they only seem to get worse.
Yes, yes.
And as for Chelsea, I mean, you just bought a new keeper. You bought a keeper obviously because you need to replace your old keeper, your current keeper, So logically, you would use a new keeper in every game. You wouldn't use the lousy keeper and then rotate with the good keeper. You won't. I don't see. I mean, how often do you see managers rotating keeper for Premier League games? You don't.
Kepa, I think Lampard just wants to give him a chance. Not like totally write him off and
Okay, yeah.
come on, boy, like I give you another chance, but this guy keeps screwing it up again and again.
Or could he be? Could he be trying to? Tell the owners that what, look, trying to show the owners that what, when I put this keeper in, he performs like crap. When I remove him and I put the one that we just bought, he performs well. Or he could be, probably trying to, probably he's tired about Kepa, probably asking him for game opportunity, and he's trying to appease everyone. It could be
Yeah,
that as well.
some players do that. Like
Yeah.
I don't get much game time. Give me this, and I'll prove myself.
Right, but if that's what Frank Lampard is doing, then I think that's a bad move, and Lampard has got to fix that attitude of his, because as a manager, you are the boss of the pitch, and you've got to tell who plays and who don't play. And
Correct.
if we know that one guy is a problem, you remove it. It's like if a car engine's got a bad spark plug, you don't keep it in there and say, maybe I'll perform better. You remove and you put a new one in. You don't buy a new one and leave it in its packet in the car.
I think if it's Moreno,
Oh,
Kepa might be,
he would have been sold
a hot
straight.
choice already.
He would have been sold, bro.
Yeah,
Any
you
day,
never know,
anytime.
right? You never know.
Damn straight. All right, the next one will be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for me, Manchester United. I know. Recently he has done well. Yesterday's game, the PSG, he did well. Sorry, PSG pula. Who is he? PSG.
Leipzig.
PSG was last week, right?
Yes.
Leipzig.
RB Leipzig.
Okay, he did well. 5-0. Good job. But there's a problem that I see in him is the inconsistency. All right, so let's take the first game of his first Premier League game, for this season. He got battered by Crystal Palace at Old Trafford.
That was really
that was bad.
bad.
Then the second game against Brighton, everyone knew that it should have been Brighton winning, or at least worst case a draw for Brighton.
Yes.
By some stroll of luck,
Magic happened.
Magic happened, and Manchester won the game. Okay, fine. And then after that, yes, they lost their third game. I think who they lost to? Tottenham. Yeah, they lost Tottenham 6-1.
The big loss.
Correct, at Old Trafford.
Yes.
And then now you see that he starts drawing and then he wins. Now, if we take Ole back to when he first joined in Manchester United as an interim manager, he won his first 5 to 10 games, did he? Right? He didn't lose a single game.
About 8 games, I think.
But after that, what happened? You start seeing draws and losses, and he did not win every single match after that, and you guys remain the sixth place. Yeah.
I think like we spoke before, what happened was, the pressure. When you're interim, you don't really have the pressure there. You just come in, try to do what you can do best. Then when you actually I think he got a 3-year deal or something. So when you actually sign the deal, so the pressure keeps mounting. Like the fans wants to, when Ole is back, then they expect that Ferguson kind of gameplay. So you have to bring back the Old Trafford kind of game.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he hasn't been doing that, has he? I mean, just recently, maybe. Yeah.
As a fan, I win or lose, I'm happy with how they play. It's more fun to watch. It's not a boring game where you just pass. It's more. I don't know how to put it, but
when you win, you're happy. I know. Yeah, but to compare him with Ferguson is, how do I say? Let me just say, it's blasphemous, football blasphemy. Because even being a Liverpool fan, I know what Ferguson did for Manchester United. The whole world knows what he did for Manchester United. And I'm sorry to say, man, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is too far. Maybe some games you see that represent that, maybe how Ferguson played his team. But like I say, inconsistency, something is wrong. He probably using the wrong players at the wrong time. Maybe he's trying to rotate the players because he don't have enough
I
squad.
will agree to that. He sometimes make wrong substitutions, wrong choice of players.
Correct.
But the attacking mind is back. So it's nicer to see. I wouldn't say that he's consistent. He's inconsistent. For the past two games, 3 games, he's okay. Let's see. Yeah. I personally wouldn't put him under the bad category. But let's see.
Yeah. So anyways, so that's for Ole. So let's go to the best managers so far this season. So yeah. Who are your choices? What are your choices?
Bielsa, definitely.
He definitely
it's Bielsa. Yeah. And Aston Villa manager.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Dean Smith. Yeah.
So these 2 guys definitely there for me. And as a special mention, I would give it to Nuno, the Wolves manager.
Oh yeah.
That guy is consistent. He's doing what he did best.
Mm.
So that guy is consistent. I see. The
Okay
best would be Bielsa.
lah. I mean, in terms of scoring, they're doing it lah because I'm getting points every single week. But yeah, they're okay, I would say. But for me, I would say as much as I hate to say this, it kills a Liverpool fan to say this, but I gotta say that Carlo Ancelotti has been doing a terrific job with Everton.
Yeah,
You can hate it, but
I actually I would say Ancelotti also, but the guy has achieved so much, so why not just?
I
That's
know.
why I give it to the
But it's
smaller clubs.
Everton. It's like Everton, right? You know how Everton played
He
last
flipped the
season.
team, man.
Flip it upside down. It's like the Everton you see last season. You would say, what, this season they're no match. But then when Ancelotti came in, it's like a whole different set of
Yes,
Everton.
yes. Yeah,
And
even you can see the quality of gameplay that Calvert Lewin produces.
Right.
He was okay. He was good, but when Ancelotti came in, you can actually see his
changed
game.
him.
Yeah. With Richarlison and Rodrigo Ames.
I mean, Richarlison is still an ass for me, but but yeah, you can see how.
That red card, right?
I mean, you can see how he has turned the team around, and that is it's something that whether you're a good manager or not, even good managers have struggled before in many different clubs.
Yes.
Let's take a look at Pep after spending billion.
Yes.
And then you look at Everton right now. I don't know how much they spend. I didn't do the math. Both of them are world-class manager, but you look at what Ancelotti has produced. A very good gameplay. You can actually watch the game and it's not boring at all.
I know, right?
It's actually damn interesting.
I've never seen Everton like this. Maybe their prime era was when Moyes was there, Then after that, the managers they had didn't really perform up to Moyes' standard. Then comes in Ancelotti. Pope, they are there.
I think Ancelotti takes the top. I mean, for me, I think so far, as far as
Probably
best.
Ancelotti is the best manager they ever had.
I even think it's better than David Moyes. I don't think David Moyes came to this.
Imagine like before Ancelotti, like Moyes was the best. Whatever happens, you can say, Everton was the best with Moyes.
All right.
Then Ancelotti comes in. Who's Moyes?
All right. So moving on, I got two more managers in my mind. Obviously, Jose Mourinho for me and Jurgen Klopp. For a few reasons. Let's take Jurgen Klopp first because people will be wondering why I pick Jurgen Klopp. Not because I'm biased. Okay, maybe I'm slightly biased.
Wondering the same too.
Well, we're at second place right now. Yes, we lost 7-2. That was a big hit. Imagine losing to Aston Villa 7-2. I mean, I knew playing against Aston Villa would be bad because they have been always our bogey team. We always struggle against Aston Villa, but to lose 7-2,
it's not for long, right? It's not for long, right? Aston Villa, they have a game in hand.
Yeah, we know.
1 point different.
Yeah, we know, but they still got to face us in Anfield, anyways. So and they lost last week to Leeds. So thank you, Leeds.
Yes.
So like I say, that kind of loss would actually bring your players' spirits down. Managers probably would have felt a big blow to the gut. But then what I'm happy to see, or rather I'm really happy to see that Klopp did not dwell on the loss. Instead, he picked his team up and they carried forward. They went on, they pushed forward. And yes, they drew against Everton, which they should have won. And even after losing our best defender, Van Dijk, and losing Alcantara.
Now you have lost Fabinho
as well. And you're just using Gomez. We all know how bad Gomez is, but lately he's been decent. We managed to pull the win.
I thought you guys can survive with Fabinho. Now he's gone.
But the new kid is good though.
Season.
The new kid is good though. I forgot what's his name, but we call him as Baby Van Dijk. I swear I forgot his name. He's super tall and he looks like Van Dijk.
Hopefully he proved himself.
In Champions League, he came in for Feb, and I think he did a decent job. But like I said, for a team who just lost 7-2, managed to bounce back up and managed to carry forward. and started winning games again. And as
I
for
think
Jose,
when
sorry,
it's common with those world class players. Klopp is not like Sunday league manager.
true.
He has seen a lot in his Dortmund days. Not like Dortmund was so good before he went there, right?
Yeah, they were quite
So
bad.
yes. So a good manager, that's what he's supposed to do. He, like you said, he shouldn't like sit down and dwell. Oh shit, I lost 7-2. What I'm going to do the next game? No, you have to move on to the
Yep,
next game. You have
right.
lost, so what?
Just
Just move
move on,
on to the
right? Yeah.
next game. That's what he did. Yeah.
So kudos to that. And Jose Mourinho, why? Because well, I think Jose, they have lost one game so far. I think everyone lost a game already. But Jose Mourinho, why I picked Jose is because when I compare his time in Manchester United and his time in Tottenham, I see two different gameplay. When you look at the
And
gameplay
this,
when he's in Tottenham, it's super exciting, all the way attacking.
yes,
You look
I
at how
don't
they
know why
play,
he never
it's
did that with
nice.
United.
See, now I got a feeling. Right? Yeah, this is my theory, like I may be wrong, but I feel like because he's a top class manager, he knows what the team lacks and what the team's strength is. So he's got to play towards it. So he probably knew that the attacking wise, it's there, but the defensive wise is probably quite bad. The mid is not as strong as it is, and rather than risking the game by pushing forward all the time, he plays a very defensive and counter attacking kind of game, which and then that makes the game quite boring.
Yeah, but you cannot do that all the time. You see,
No, but
he's the
like I
one who
say,
bought
it's whatever means
Maguire.
necessary. It's whatever means necessary. So if you want to win a
Hmm.
match, you can score 100 goals, but you only get 3 points. You can
Yes.
score a goal and you only get 3 points. So for him, it's simple. You want to win matches. I gotta do whatever means necessary to win a match. Of course, more goals the merrier because of goal difference. But when you look
But
at
I'm still
Tottenham,
not happy, man.
you look at
The
Tottenham.
way Spurs play.
You see, but you look at Spurs, right? They've got all they. If you ask me, they've got like a freaking machine gun in the front. You
Oh
know,
man, these two guys,
Kane and Son.
one assisting the other.
Exactly, and then you've got their whole mid is just so good. They be doing well. Their pushing is so nice. So you see, there's a different gameplay there.
Speaking about meat, right? This
Mm.
Hobe, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it
Højbjerg.
Hobe? Hobe, yeah. The guy is really good, man.
I know.
He knows how to control the meat. He knows where to pass the ball, where to play the ball.
Oh,
The guy is really
I
good.
also forgot to mention one more thing. Like I said previously in previous episodes, when he took over Tottenham, the whole play, the whole charisma, their mentality, the morale is all low, all the way down to the gut. Because because they lost in the Champions League, and then
Yes.
it just went on. The manager's doing bad, so he managed to pick them up and bring them to where they are today. So I think he deserves to be in that position. The one of the best managers for Premier League so far up to this season.